Big question which you're raising tonight, do investigators really have a case against sadhvi Pragya Thakur? Will we ever get to the bottom of this entire so-called saffron terror case which has been talked about? And joining me tonight to answer that big question from the BJP, Vani Tripathi, National Secretary, and representing the Congress today, Priyanka Chaturvedi. She's a member of the Congress party based in Mumbai. Welcome to both of you on the show tonight. Vani, let me first begin with you. Here is a case where an alleged terrorist has been behind bars now for what, almost 4.5 years. The charge sheet has been filed. The woman herself now happens to be in a hospital. She seems to have suffered a paralytic attack. But there is still no trace of a trial. The trial even hasn't begun. What is this entire case all about, Vani, according to you?
I think it's very bizarre, Bhupin, because, first let's look at the condition of the person itself. Over the past couple of years, constantly her medical health, her health has been going down, and it looks like no attention has been paid. Let me start in reverse from the beginning. She was shifted from one jail to the other within 1 year, and I stand corrected on that.
Yes.
At that time itself, her medical condition had started, dipping.
But what has that got to do? What has medical condition got to do with investigation?
No,
whether she is guilty or not is a matter subject to trial.
I'm looking at your report and I'm just now only, responding to what your report says.
Yes.
Her condition is so bad that she's gotten paralyzed. She's had a stroke. Her family is saying she's suffering from cancer. So that's one which is a physical condition.
Right.
Now 4.5 years later, forget about the trial, whatever she was charge sheeted for, that itself has no, there's no modus operandi to an investigation. The people who were also accused along with her, Colonel Purohit and the other person, how they were treated or how they were investigated and how she is being investigated. This really looks like a case, it's very circumspect of what they are trying to say about Pragya
So as
Thakur.
BJP secretary,
No,
are you then saying, Vani, tonight that this is a case where the government, the UPA government, the Congress party is trying to frame sadhvi Pragya Thakur? Is that the position of BJP today?
Yes, one framer. Number two, what is the evidence against her? Where is the trial against her?
Okay.
What is the investigation which has been done against her? What are the courtroom, how many times has she been...
Respond to the point being made by Vani Priyanka.
And also as a woman,
Let her respond.
what she has gone through, extreme torture and her health condition.
But as I said,
so bad.
that has nothing to do with investigations. Let Priyanka respond.
There's no sense.
Let Priyanka respond.
When you accuse your UPA government, that's undermining the role of NIA, which is an independent body in itself. So the investigation is on, the case is sub judice. So commenting on something like this, that is the government is dealing the entire...
No, I'll tell you why this question is being raised, Priyanka. Because you have had the country's home minister who's gone to the extent of saying that the BJP, RSS, everyone is promoting terror. Digvijay Singh, your senior party leader, time and again has talked about the involvement of some individuals belonging to the Sangh Parivar being involved in saffron terror strikes.
They have also...
Whether it was Indresh Kumar who was summoned by the CBI, or it is now in the case of sadhvi Pragya Thakur, we are not seeing conclusion.
And not just that, not just conclusion, Bhupin, not just...
Just let us respond, Vani.
Complete.
Sure.
They have also they have gone on to clarify that they are not targeting any particular religion. So terror, I would say that terror has no religion, firstly. Now my other point to you would be that considering that the case is under investigation, NIA is working on it, so let's just wait for a conclusion.
How long? How long?
Do you really believe our viewers today to trust you that it is only a matter of the NIA getting to the bottom of the truth? Are you saying that your party is not involved whatsoever in pushing this case in a certain direction, in deflecting this case in a certain direction?
There are 16 cases which are ongoing with regards to terrorism.
Yes.
There are, if you target a religion, or I'm not even talking about saffron terrorism.
Yes.
All I'm trying to say is there are 16 cases which are already under investigation.
I'll tell you something else. I'll tell you something else. The Home Secretary a few weeks back went on air and said that there are 10 people who are accused of involvement in these terror strikes, and according to him, they had some saffron connection. Now, our investigations found out that actually the Home Ministry had absolutely nothing on either of any of those 10 individuals. My limited point, therefore, Priyanka, is that it seems as if there is quite clearly a political motive behind this.
When you say, answer this, when you say that terror has no color, then why is it saffron? Where does this term come from? And the Home Minister, I mean somebody who's actually heading, you know, the most important department of the government has the audacity to say this again and again and also justify it.
Only in the case of
And
Pragya.
also let me tell you, when you say that the Sangh Parivar and saffron terror, this term, it means that you're actually ridiculing the volunteerism of an organization
that may well be,
which
that may-
actually
No,
is
that
so
is-
mass-based.
just
It's not
let
about
Priyanka
terrorism. One second. It's
Yes.
not about
I
terrorism.
only want to look at this case of sadhvi Pragya Thakur, because it's a very, very intriguing case, Priyanka. The trial hasn't started. The woman now seems to have suffered a paralysis. And I agree.
So that is for the courts, that's for her lawyers to take it to the court and get a bail for her.
I'm
in
not
case
for a
she's-
moment suggesting that investigation should be affected
Because
by
of
her
her
medical
health.
condition.
Yes.
Certainly, I mean, for all you know, she may be involved, she may not be involved. But the entire circumstance which has now been created, she is being held hostage on the basis of what? She's being held in custody on the basis of what? There are two confessional statements which were given by two individuals, Dayanand Pandey and Swami Asimanand.
Yes.
Both have gone back on their words now. Why? I'm saying, why is it that investigations are not finally coming to some kind of an end now?
No, and if
she
there
was picked up, 1 minute, Vani, she was picked up initially for Malegaon blasts of 2008. Now we are told that she is likely to be charge sheeted for Malegaon blasts of 2006 as well. On the basis of what? That's my question.
Then what is the
Why doesn't the
evidence?
Congress
This
party
is what
raise
I
these
can't
questions?
comment
What
on
is
this
the
is something
evidence?
I can't comment on.
Why
What-
doesn't the Congress party
How-
raise these questions against NI also?
No, again
Why should you
and
not?
again.
No, how? No, one
Again and again in this country.
Just let her answer, because I want no, because this is the question which has to be put to the
No,
Congress party.
all I'm trying to say is, how can we decide when the investigation is over? NI is an independent body. Why are you even suggesting that it's being politicized? You cannot just say that it's we are politicizing it because of Hindu terrorism or whatever terrorism. Terrorism, again, I maintain, has no religion, and investigation
No,
will
should
follow
you-
its
would
due
you-
course,
would you, for instance-
and government has nothing to do
Point
with
taken.
it.
Final question. Would you then, as a member of the Congress party, in light of what we have shown today, would you think in terms of making an appeal to the Home Minister, asking him to find out exactly what is the status of this entire case, at least in Pragya Thakur's case?
I trust NI to do its job properly. Why would I go asking the government?
Okay, that's the whole question, because frankly questions are being raised both against the NI as well as the other investigating
Bhupin,
agencies,
just one thing,
including
just one last
very
thing I
quick
want to
point.
say.
Yes.
Investigative agencies in this country, whether they are the CBI or is it the NIA, how they are being used for politics of our time
Okay.
is a question that really this country needs to know. And it's not just Sadhvi Pragya Thakur's case.
Yes.
Whenever these terms, which actually gives so much of leeway to people like Hafiz Saeed across the border, when you say saffron terror, you have immediate a reaction coming from across the border. We have to be responsible towards it as an issue.
Okay, Vani and Priyanka, we were only trying to look at the intricacies, the ambiguities which quite clearly exist in Pragya Thakur's case. The only hope is that the investigating agencies do come to some kind of a definitive conclusion. Thanks so much for joining me.